tabernacles is yet to come. What is happening? What is the culmination of tabernacles? Why do the Hasidic Jews up in Long Beach Boulevard there dance in the middle of Sukkot? What is it they're dancing over?
Harvest.
No, that's what the rabbinic. That's what the Reform Jews reinterpreted as. What are they dancing over? By the way, it was the second harvest. You are right, but the basis of the Sukkah was Simchat Torah, the joy of the Torah. That the booths were the prelude to the revelation in Sinai, and that's what Ramadan is. Ramadan commemorates the revelation of the Quran. Sukkot actually is supposed to commemorate the revelation of the Torah. So you're in the booths getting ready for the revelation. So how does a month work then? The first day, it proclaims the beginning of this holy month. The 10th day, you do atonement to make sure you got no sins hanging around that you didn't know about or you should have made atonement for or whatever. And then you get into the serious stuff, the tabernacles, getting ready for the revelation of the law. So that's really what the 7th month is for Judaism. But no Jew knows this. Any Jew in the room here, most of you probably don't even know this. No one teaches it to you. It took me probably about 45 in these classes to discover it myself. No one taught it to me when I was young or anything like that. So, so he's quite right to think that Sukkot is a harvest festival, because that's how, for instance, Reform Judaism, they have a big booth with pumpkins and vegetables hanging off it like it's just a harvest festival, because they don't do the Simchat Torah, because they don't observe the whole Torah, Reform Judaism. In any case, to get back to this holy month and the Muslim appropriation of it. So the Muslims just moved it up to the 8th month, but it is not the new year. It's the beginning of the prayer cycle in the temple. And it's really what it is. If you want to get down to it, how we use it. It's the beginning of the academic year. The prayer cycle can be compared to the academic year, the beginning of the teaching cycle of the Torah. So it really is just like we use it, the beginning of the academic year. That's what it is. And it is not the beginning, it is not the new year, it is not the first month. First month is Passover year, Passover. Yeah.
Don't they start rereading the Torah on Simchat Torah though, I thought?
Probably, I don't know which day in the middle, but they start somewhere in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Somewhere in that month they started. Probably you're right. Again, that shows how ignorant I am. I am, admit ignorance, and this is, I'm telling you, most Jews are totally ignorant of their religion.
Again, the prayer cycle is different than the actual reading.
Anyway, the Reform and Conservatives we're going to get to change all that in any case. So we'll see what we can make of it. But that's a good point. Thanks. Okay, so it's a revealed legislation. The voice that was heard on Sinai did not say, "I am the eternal God. You're the necessary autonomous being, omnipotent, omniscient, who rewards men in the future according to their works." I don't know if that's a universal truth that's discoverable by reason. I never saw God rewarding anyone in the future according to anything. I hope He does, but I'm not sure he or she does. This is the universal religion of mankind, not Judaism. Wow, I forgot the faith versus works debate in Christianity.
You think he's being satirical?
No, I don't. I think he's being deadly serious here.
I was almost wondering if he was being satirical.
No, maybe you asked me what I think. I think he's just not a simple person, but in some ways very simple, naive, decent person, trying to use the arguments of his day to make Judaism as attractive as possible for people to think of it as a weird, benighted superstition with these weird, customs like dressing in a bizarre manner, or circumcision, which they would have thought was quite bizarre. These rituals that look like, primitive totem rituals of some kind, and as opposed to our great Christian customs of whatever it is that any Christian believes is greater than other religions. I can't address that. It's up to the individual person. This is the universal religion of mankind, not Judaism. This is universal religion, without which man can neither be virtuous or happy, is, was not, and in fact could not have been revealed on Sinai. Who needed the sound of thunder and trumpets, blah, 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 blah. He takes the Bible literally, too. To be convinced that he's a very decent, sweet, I think, kind man, who's trying to be as reasonable as he can. Okay, so finally, the sophist, the philosopher, demands rational proofs, not miracles. And even the great teacher of our religion, if he could awaken all the dead, etc., to confirm an eternal truth, the skeptic would say, the teacher has revived many dead, yet I still know no more about eternal truth than I knew before. And so on. I personally agree with that in some ways. It doesn't matter if someone, to my mind, does miracles or not. I mean, I don't think miracles are possible, but suppose someone could do something that you thought was an impressive miracle. That it's supposed to convince people of the truth of a certain proposition. He's saying, no, that doesn't convince me of the truth of any proposition. And that's something to think about. Miracles convince, people on a mass level often, but not a reasonable person, I think he said. Look here, miracles, extraordinary signs, further along, according to Judaism, are not proofs for or against eternal truth. You see that paragraph? Miracles, what page is that?
Top of 99.
Okay, so just to keep everyone on the same page. So, in Judaism, miracles doesn't prove anything. The man who performs miracles must be condemned to death if he misleads into idolatry, in fact, he says. Judaism does have laws like that, that people who are, magicians and so on and so on. I don't believe anyone should be condemned to death for anything. I think you should be have a good sense of humor and let him do whatever he wants to do. And as he goes along like that, he says, another page or so, among the precepts and ordinance of the Mosaic law, there is none saying you shall believe, you shall not believe. You see, there he's getting into conflict with Pauline faith and Islam. As I forget how that it's put in by Islam. Allah ilaha illa Allah, there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is